for joining us on a picture-perfect Sunday night for some NBA on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson at the table with basketball royalty, Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg, Allie LaForce, our reporter. Just a couple of weeks into the season, certain rookies are showing they belong in the NBA. Checking out the Rookie Race Watch. You take a look at Richardson, not exactly the start he'd hoped for in the NBA, but remember, his career has just gotten started, and there is plenty of games left this season.
And the crop of rookies this year is just full of talented players. It's going to be fun to watch them battle for the award.
Well, I tell you, the depth is really impressive when you look at the quality of these rookies, just as you said, Ken. They all will be trying to make their name in the NBA. Your rookie year can say a lot about who you are as a player and what you're made of.
A look at Orlando's opening lineup. Wagner and Banchero, the lethal front court pair. Suggs and Bain team up as the backcourt, and it's Carter in at the center spot. And for the Celtics, White and Brown are the wingmen. Jason Tatum out there with Nikola Vucevic. And it's Pritchard in at the point. And now about a third of the way into the season. You think it's too early
Hey there.
to talk about
Welcome
awards,
to the
Greg?
channel.
You know, B.A., it depends on the award, if I'm being honest. MVP and Rookie of the Year, that's way too early. But you can begin to see the guys who are in the running for most improved or sixth man.
Tight handles by Suggs creates all the space he needs.
Tatum passes to Vucevic. It's off his foot. And it's whistled to kick. Vucevic, a screen on Wagner. Here's Brown. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Check out the handles from Brown. Just carving up the defense like a Thanksgiving turkey.
Carter, a screen on Tatum. Releases from 15. Outside Carter from the arc. Boston pulls it in. Their last encounter in Orlando, where they were able to handle the Magic.
And it's just so hard to
Right
Down
there.
it
Oh, my
goes.
goodness, that was wicked.
What a nasty finish.
Brown with that amazing athleticism, putting on a show out there with jams like that.
An impressive display. How about that look on the AT&T connected cam? Now here's Suggs. An important role in this offense, averaging around 12.5 per game. And it's Wagner missing.
You know he wants that one back, right in his wheelhouse.
Tatum, a screen on Wagner. Brown passes to Tatum. And finished by Tatum. Wow!
An athletic forward who dunks it with style. He's showing off his dunking ability right there.
Orlando's gone 0 for 2 from outside. You know, Grant, for all his competitive nature, Tatum has a pretty calm demeanor. You appreciate that?
Yes, indeed. As a team leader, a father, a role model, and a professional, you can't ask for much better than Jason Tatum. He is the real deal. He hasn't been quick enough to react to the ball inside. That's helped cause this run.
Wagner outside. Suggs, the pass to Banchero. Orlando again missing.
Soft defense in that mid-range area, but they got away with it this time.
Picked by Vucevic. Pritchard with it. Now Carter defending. Wagner against Brown. Misses in close.
He converts those at a high rate, but not that time.
On the wing, Bain. Orlando moving the ball around. Orlando again missing. And here are the Celtics. It's been 8 unanswered for them. Tatum, a screen on Carter. White, the pass to Tatum.
Ooh.
Wagner with a steal.
Come on.
Down low. It's tipped. Pass to Banchero. Wagner up top. Picked by Carter. Carter on the wing. For 3. Orlando again missing. Boston leading by 4. Here's White. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
And so it's Suggs. He brings it up for the Orlando Magic. This game coming on the heels of their win versus the Knicks.
And you'd have to think that luck played a part in that one. I mean, the opponent had an off night at the defensive end for sure.
Well, I think it was a combination of things, quite honestly, but the defense didn't really offer them a challenge all night. I agree with that.
And so now a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. He's going to talk it over with his guys. With some changes. Cata's checked in for Vucevic. Garza comes in for Tatum. And it's Hauser in for Derek White. Then for Orlando, Wagner's checked in for Carter. Richardson comes in for Desmond Bane. And Black subbed in for Suggs. .114 left in the first. Now here's Black, defended by Pritchard. They need this. And it's laid in by Banchero.
I mean, 6'10", about 250. Banchero imposing his will inside.
Now Pritchard. No points so far. To the middle. Here's Garza. And he goes in for the dunk.
Good work between the teammates that time, leading him perfectly.
Magic trail by 6. Wagner outside. Pass to Wagner. From down in the low post, it goes.
Wagner grinding down low. Big man putting in the work.
Here's Brown. And the shot goes down. 6 points for Jaylen Brown.
They're really working the paint now.
And the Magic with possession. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Here's Wagner. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Here's Brown. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Brown's got 8.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Here's Pritchard. It's been all about Jaylen Brown for the Boston Celtics. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. Back after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And for the Celtics here, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
Boston leading by 6. Peyton Pritchard is out there with Dante Exum. Then it's Sam Hauser, and it's Cata in at the 5. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
And you might think the toughest picks are set by the bruisers, but some say the shooters actually set the best screens. Why is that?
Well, the guy guarding a shooter doesn't want to leave their side. So when they screen you, you get no help.
At just a skosh under 7 feet, Mo Wagner does all the things you'd expect him to do well. He can be dominant in the paint as a scorer and on the board.
Derek White's checked in for Exum. And a change for the Magic. Suggs is checked in. And so it's Pritchard with it. He brings it up for Boston. 7-point differential. They host the Pistons after this one. That'll be the end of a 3-game homestand. And he gets it to go. Tatum's got his second basket on the night.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Wagner, he's open. Misses off the right iron.
Surprising to see that he had so much room from mid-range. I think he was surprised, too.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks a lot, guys. Jalen Suggs is a tone setter for this Magic team, putting his body on the line with his constant activity. Coach Jamal Mosley said, quote, he wears his emotion and his heart on his sleeve. He's pure. There's so much love there. That's why this group is the way it is, because of how he is. Brian?
He's a culture setter. Allie, we appreciate the report. Making a name for himself. Goga Batadze. What do you like about him, Clark?
Well, you start with that wingspan and his basketball IQ. I mean, anytime he's near the rim, he's a problem at both ends. He's got a knack for scoring the ball in the paint. And again, you just can't overlook that size and length.
And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Here, Brown's checked in, and the Magic making a change here as well. Paolo Banchero, he's checked in for Batadze. Now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second. Pritchard with it. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Brooklyn. Queta, no good.
Come on. Hey there, welcome to the channel.
Sinks that one from the post.
And their shots are dropping with more consistency now.
Man.
Well, it was a slow start, but they've gone from simmer to medium heat, and they're bordering on hot to close this gap.
White for three. Boston, no good that time either.
He was wide open. That miss clearly on him.
Wagner with it. Guarded by Hauser. And the dunk by Wagner.
Easy pickings for Wagner there, just to reach up and attack the rack like that. That's simple.
Pritchard surviving the D. Nice move. And the basket good. A bank shot that time. And the Celtics lead by 3.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, you know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is, that's a tough shot.
And so now a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Checked in for Orlando. And always fun to see which players have been the deadliest from three-point range. And you look at Pritchard, boy, what a gifted shooter he is from way out there.
Well, the shooting percentage he's cultivated from deep range is so impressive. His three-point shot is about as good as you can hope for.
Boston on D. Outside Bain. Pass to Banchero. To the paint. Here's Wagner. And the dunk by Wagner.
Already an excellent passer at his position. Banchero just loves showing off his court vision.
And so Brown will bring it up for the Celtics. They want to keep rolling here following the win against Brooklyn.
Yeah, they hit the court last game with some serious attitude, especially on offense.
And, you know, confidence is key there. They seem to play with a ton of it, especially on the offensive end.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Magic.
Yeah, I love the energy and aggressiveness I've seen from them on defense. They're really getting after it with all these blocks.
Another big component of their game early on has been their execution on the fast break. They're getting a bunch of easy baskets, pushing it in transition.
Here's Black. The Celtics making their last shot. Suggs with a screen on White. Black passes to Wagner to the inside. Orlando moving the ball around. Shot clock at 5. Here's Black. It's rebounded by Jaylen Brown.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
Now here's Bain. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against New York.
And he also dominated the glass out there. He hit the boards hard and often.
Wagner inside. He's guarded by White, and it's Wagner missing. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Outside Pritchard. Pass to Brown. Outside Pritchard. Over Bain. The offensive rebound.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
This is his first trip to the free throw line tonight.
Yeah, guys, I mean, he's been a very steady hand for them when it comes to his free throw shooting.
First one falls for him. Both teams will make substitutions. Good on the second, so he makes them both.
Two-part equation. You
Hey,
have to
welcome
be
to the
aggressive
channel.
enough to get to the line, then talented enough to sink them.
And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Boston out in front. They're up by 3. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot drums. They're taking up the shot. Let's hear it for our contestants.
Welcome, everybody. It may be early on in the season, but not too early to take a full assessment of the Eastern Conference standings. Interesting to use the term hierarchy, but I wonder, How would you guys rate our studio hierarchy?
Well, Ernest, when you try to bring out the big words like hierarchy, anyway, I think they're going to play it safe. But the hierarchy, I'm going to pass it to Shaq.
How dare you disrespect the Ernster? No, Ernie gets the throw. He's the one I trust calling the shots. Are you crazy, Kenny?
Well, all right. Good point, big fella. But only if he doesn't get to pick our ties.
Come on, you guys would look fantastic in bow ties. I've got some extras here. Here, Shaq, try this one. And here's one for you, Jet. Those are going to be great.
Ooh, I like that.
And now let's turn to the first half of our game. It's been all about Jaylen Brown so far.
His performance in the first half, Diesel approved. Plays physical, Diesel approved. Doing most of his damage right at the rim, of course, Diesel approved.
Diesel approved defense. The praise doesn't come any higher than that. That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Jaylen Brown having a dominant impact in this game.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Here's who Jamal Mosley is starting the second half with. Suggs and Bain team up as the backcourt. Wagner and Banchero, the lethal front court pair. And it's Carter in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And Jason Tatum was fearless on that finish. Went right through the contact.
Magic trail by 5. Here's Carter, and it's slammed in by Carter.
What he lacks in height, he certainly makes up for with his balance.
Tatum against Banchero. Outside Tatum. Brown, a screen on Banchero. There's Tatum with the three. JT for three.
You got to D up Tatum from deep. He's got that kind of range.
Outside Bain. Suggs with a screen on White. The three from Bain. And it's cleared by Vucevic.
They have a decent advantage in regards to rebounding.
Especially when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
Pritchard from outside. And again, Boston with the triple.
3 for 3 this half. Nothing to complain about with that.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Wagner finds Banchero.
And this is why you must push Banchero out of the paint, or else he'll slam it all over you.
Vucevic, a screen on Banchero. Tatum from long range. Orlando with the rebound. All right, Clark, let me ask you this. What can other big men learn from Wendell Carter Jr.?
I like his steadiness. He's shown a maturity since he's been in the league. He doesn't seem to get too high or low emotionally. You need fire and competitiveness and physicality to play down low, but you still have to control yourself, and I think he does a good job of that. It didn't take long for White to distinguish himself in the league. He's a really good ball handler, and he's got some good moves, too.
And he drops the first.
Come on, one more shot. One more. All right, here we go.
White hits them both. And Suggs has got the ball here for the Magic. They trail by 7. That'll be their second of 3 games total on this road trip. And so now a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. The league leaders now with the top shooting teams over the previous 10. Number 1, the Celtics.
Well, you've got to love the shot selection lately. I mean, this team, the ball is finding the open man.
Wagner up top. Orlando moving the ball around. Carter is
Hey there, welcome to the channel.
Here's Bain. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 4 rebounds now. Here's Brown. Oh, look out. JB throwing it down.
I don't think he could have been any more impressive than he was tonight. Brown is setting this place on fire.
Wagner for 3. Gets the 3 ball to go. Wagner's got 7 points.
He relishes his role in this offense, and he's a natural leader, too.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Now here's Tatum. 9 points in the game over Banchero. Tatum can't hit. Suggs against Pritchard. Outside Carter. Pass to Suggs from behind the arc. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got his 5th rebound in this one. Ooh, here's White on the drive.
Ooh.
And stolen by Suggs. And stolen by Brown. Picked by Vucevic. Vucevic draws the double. Pass to Brown. 5 on the clock. Now here's Tatum. Brown, a screen on Banchero. Tatum from long range. Again, the miss by Boston.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
The 3 from Bain.
Hey there, welcome to the channel.
And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound. Boston leading by 6. Here's White. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That's on Franz Wagner.
Hey, and White is a fighter now. When he's close inside,
Hey guys, welcome to the
he's
channel.
committed to going aggressively to the rack. And if he doesn't score, he at least is going to draw the foul.
Going for 2 shots. All right, let's get both those. Oh. Let's get both.
And he knocks down the first one. And some changes here for the Celtics. Tatus checked in for Vucevic. Garza comes in for Tatum. And it's Hauser in for Brown. And a new group getting ready for Orlando. Bataze's checked in for Carter. Wagner comes in for Banchero. Richardson's checked in for Bain. And Black subbed in for Suggs. And so he hits both. Magic trail by 8. There's 38 seconds left to play in the third. Richardson for 3. And another miss by Orlando.
And they're doing strong work on the glass. A +5 advantage for them.
And Guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
He knew exactly where his man was going to be. Outstanding lead pass.
And that one drops. Wagner's got 9 points.
Pretty nimble play that time by Wagner, pulling up before the defense could get set to stop him.
Right side Pritchard.
Oh, I couldn't.
And so it's Boston finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. What has them in front right now, by and large, they're taking great shots. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that, Don. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. White and
Fourth
Brown
quarter.
wingmen. Then it's Sam Hauser, and it's Gonzalez in at the 1. That's the Boston 5. Here's Banchero. Oh, Banchero working his magic.
I mean, it's incredible. Banchero can be so dominant. A young player with such a promising future.
Right side Brown. It's hauled in by the Magic. Black outside. Pass to Wagner. And here's Banchero. Unloads from 13. He's got it going on. Now 7 for 10.
Yeah, this is a part of Banchero's game they'd like to develop here in the league.
A few possessions into the fourth. Just over a minute played. Data no good.
Come on.
Magic trail by 4. Oh, what a performance offensively.
They're really rolling at that end. Excellent game plan.
And there's a 3-second violation. And here's a look at what's coming up for Orlando. On Tuesday, they'll be playing against Joel Embiid and the Philadelphia 76ers. Then on Friday, they'll be taking on Cade Cunningham and the Detroit Pistons.
One way you could look at this difficult stretch against some of the best in the league, it's a tremendous chance to prove to the league just how good your team is. It could provide a huge statement.
Nikola Vucevic is checked in for Boston. Garza comes in for Hauser. And a change for the Magic. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Bataze. Stolen by Carter. Now here's Black. He's guarded by White. From the line. Black no good. Boston leading by 4. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. They set the screen. Count it!
It's winning time, and that's a winning play.
And so it's Suggs. He brings it up for the Magic. A great fourth quarter. Just giving up 2 points. Outside Banchero. Brown pulls down the board. Boston leading by 6. Picked by Vucevic. Oh, the slam! Off a fantastic lead pass. What a play!
When Vucevic is rolling to the basket like that, there aren't many guys that are willing to get in his way to stop him.
And we've got a timeout from Jamal Mosley. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan.
Headed to the floor right now, it's Celtics Entertainment.
changes. Franz Wagner comes in for Wagner, and it's Desmond Bain in for Black. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hi, guys. Well, Jamal Mosley was just reviewing the plan with his team. And a big reason their team is down, the three-point line. Coach saying in the huddle, we have to battle on the perimeter. They're outplaying us from the arc. Guys?
As always, Allie, we thank you. Tries to spin move. Suggs, Payne outside. Carter, a screen on White. 5 to shoot. Payne. Oh, off target from downtown. Celtics lead by 8. And here's Brown. Here's Vucevic. 11 feet out. Wagner with the rebound. Now Payne. And there's 1:38 left to play in the fourth. Pritchard against Bain. Picked by Vucevic. Pritchard fires. Misses the three. Magic trail by 8. Now Bain. Oh, the shot is off. Here's a pass to Tatum. Oh, and it's Tatum finishing it off inside.
Nothing left to do but to watch the clock tick towards 0. Nice victory here for the Celtics.
And they were on fire tonight. Fantastic offensive performance, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., they really shot the ball well. I mean, their coach has to be beyond thrilled with how well they played.
And this will give them their 7th win of the year.
It's just a great matchup for them. And they're looking for the 4-game season sweep in their next meeting.
They really do. I mean, there's one more game to play in this season series, and barring any major changes to their team, you have to believe the sweep will be in order.
And one of the league's superstars, producing as he always does. What a terrific game for Jaylen Brown.
Terrific initiative. Not content to let the game come to him, he went out and made it his own.
So it's Boston now. After the basket by Orlando. Brown with it. He's picked up by Bain. Oh, it's off target.
I hate to say it, but I'm pretty sure we can close the book on this one.
Yep, I agree with you. Chalk it up. W in the bag.
Brown. So we see the Celtics taking the W here. A clean win, and one where they clearly showed better energy.
Yes, so true. They put on a show here at home. And I really think they had that extra swagger and confidence, too.
And now we have Allie LaForce standing with the player of the game. Allie, take it away.
Thank you very much. Jaylen, you had it going. Can you talk about the confidence you had tonight?
I'm just trying to continue to show people what I can do, continue to get better. It's a long journey. It's a process. I still got a long way to go and a lot to learn. So I'm going to just keep going up.
It's all part of the journey. Thanks, Jaylen.
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Clark Kellogg, this is Brian Anderson thanking you all for tuning in tonight. And as we leave you, here's a look at our player of the game, Jaylen Brown.
And we welcome you to this NBA Cup game with a bit more riding on the line here than usual. This is Kevin Harlan. I'll be joined by Greg Anthony, Tim Legler, and we'll be hearing from our reporter, Allie LaForce, on the sidelines as well. And the new power rankings, still only the first month of the season. Here's a chance to compare early returns. Take a look at the Rockets. They ascend up the lists to number 3 with some spirited play.
Seeing where the Celtics are, they're trending in the wrong direction. The NBA competition can be unforgiving. Not much room for mistakes.
And now the opening lineup for Detroit. The forwards are Thompson and Harris. Kevin Huerter is out there with Cade Cunningham. And it's Duren in at the center. And for the Celtics, dynamic duo of Brown and Tatum at the 3 and the 4. Here we go. Pritchard and White are their guards. And it's Vucevic in at the 5. So great to be here on the day before Thanksgiving, whetting our appetites with some NBA basketball, Greg. It gets no better than this.
I'll tell you, these teams seem to be really hungry, right? Guys love winning the holiday games. It just makes victory and that turkey tomorrow taste a little bit sweeter.
Well, this is a good reminder for anybody who thinks he's too small for a 5. His athletic ability totally levels the playing field.
Back to Cunningham. Good, and Harris gets the assist.
Well, as a scorer, Cunningham is equally comfortable from all 3 levels.
Now Pritchard. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Vucevic setting the pick for Pritchard. Off target with his 3. Harris dishes to Cunningham. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Huerter passes to Cunningham. And the layup's good off the glass.
Come on.
Is not shy about mixing it up down low. He's got a great feel around the rim.
You know, Tim, one thing you hear about Cade Cunningham is his leadership skill.
Yeah, Kevin, he is very mature and unselfish. While this team definitely revolves around his play, he doesn't make it all about himself. And that is the difference.
And here is Harris following Jaylen Brown's 3. Count it.
Yeah, finding a way. That's what Harris does.
Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Tatum with a screen on Cunningham. And the dunk by Tatum.
That's a great look. His teammate was on the move, but he put it right where it needed to be.
The Pistons have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Cunningham for 3. Rebound Boston. Here's White. Uses the glass to finish the win.
And when you start out shooting 80% or better as a team, you start to feel yourself a little bit, and that feeling is good.
Thompson outside. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. And Duren slams it in.
Easiest work of the night for Duren. He barely had to elevate.
Vucevic's screen on Thompson. Inside. And
oh, come on.
Well, the defense was solid right there, but that's just a missed opportunity at the rim.
Kept alive. Duren, count that bucket.
And this is Duren showing you his #1 strength. This is one of the top offensive rebounders in this league.
Now here's Tatum. He's been a nice option for them offensively, and he's averaging more than 17 points.
Oh, really?
There's the lob to Duren. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Yeah, catch and flush in one motion. Duren presents a big target out there.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out.
Here they come. It's Celtics Entertainment.
So Boston ends up going with a new group. Then for the Pistons, Stewart comes in for Asar Thompson. Robinson is subbed in for Kevin Huerter. First quarter play and just over 3.5 minutes in. All right, Legs, follow me here. You look at the rise of teams like Detroit. There's a lot to be said for having young legs.
Well played, Kevin. Well played. And look, today's game exacts a physical toll. And if you think of it, that's especially true when you're playing a team like the Pistons. They play fast and they hit hard.
Here is Cunningham after the basket by Boston.
Well, he got the shot he loves, and the defense should honestly be relieved. He didn't punish them for being a little bit soft there in the mid-range.
Here's Walsh. He takes it in. Here's Queta. Up and in on the layup. Queta's got his second bucket of the game to go. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game. Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Now here's Gonzalez. The 3. Duran pulls it in. Duran's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. Robinson kicks to Cunningham. From the stripe, score the basket, his 3rd after 5 shots.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Exum the bounce pass. Here's Walsh. Puts up a 3. Hits the 3-point bomb.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Well, if you love high-scoring games, you came to the right place.
It's the end of the first with a tie game here, and already these offenses are clicking. And we'll return shortly. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. When you consider how the Celtics are doing, guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Well, going to the bench early, they obviously knew what they were doing.
They needed a jolt from that second unit, and that's exactly what they got.
Here's Brown.
Come on,
12
come on.
points his last outing. Here are the 5 Detroit has to start the second quarter. We've got LeVert. Isaiah Stewart out there with Holland. Then it's Duncan Robinson. And it's Jenkins in at the 1.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Yeah, it's been a close matchup, which we expected, and this could very well come down to some big shots at the end.
Here's LeVert. Connects on the foul line jumper. LeVert's got his first basket of the night.
And it's clear that LeVert has tons of confidence, especially in his ability to drain jumpers.
You know, Tim, regardless of where he's played, Caris LeVert has always found a role.
Well, there's a lot to like, Kevin. He can defend as well as create offensively, and that means he's going to be in your rotation.
Now, here's LeVert. Defense right on him. Robinson, that's good. He talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
Pass to Hauser. Launches it. Hits it from three-point range. Hauser's got his first 3 points of the game.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Yeah, just going back and forth. It is really competitive out there.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. in for the Celtics. Jason Tatum comes in for Cameron Payne. Then for the Pistons, Asar Thompson, he's checked in for Holland. Kevin Huerter comes in for Karis LeVert. And it's Cunningham in for Jenkins. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Brown outside. 6 on the shot clock. And here's Tatum for 3. Thompson with the rebound. Pistons have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Cunningham for 3.
Ooh, wow.
And the basket for the 4th time from the field. He's a healthy 4 for 6. Greg, you think about the value of those sage veterans on a team, guys that been around the block, played a lot of years. Why are they so important?
Well, a lot of times they'll echo the message of the head coach. And I tell you what, it's also, as a coach, you love having those veteran players because you can trust what they're going to do on the floor. That consistency is really important, not just for the coaches, but the teammates. And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Brown dishes to Vucevic. Rebound, Detroit. Their last encounter was in Detroit.
And in the last face-off against these guys, they enjoyed a huge advantage in free throw percentage.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thanks, Kevin. Cade Cunningham is leading the way for this Pistons team. Coach J.B. Bickerstaff said he shows belief in his teammates, and that's what leadership is. He's with you during the good and the bad. That gives the rest of his team more comfort and confidence.
Oh, come on.
Back to you, Kevin.
Establishing the mindset. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report. Some changes for Boston. Derek White's checked in for Sam Hauser. And it's Pritchard in for Brown. And then for Detroit, Jalen Duren comes in for Isaiah Stewart. And Tobias Harris subbed in for Duncan Robinson. Cunningham against Pritchard. Three-pointer. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Celtics lead by 1. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness.
It's Cunningham with the drive. He was all alone on that one. Harris has got 5 points so far.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
There's the pick. Three-pointer, Pritchard.
Nice.
The three-pointer.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
Harris a screen on Pritchard. Duren finds Thompson. Here's Harris. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Harris has got 5 points now in the quarter.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
17 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Tatum against Thompson. Lets the three fly. The three is drilled by Tatum.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Celtics lead by 2. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter.
Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. The Detroit Pistons finding themselves in a closely contested game.
We need a department store intercom. Attention all ballers, attention all ballers. We have a missing defense. Paging the defense, paging the defense.
That was pretty good, Shaq. You might have a future in retail.
Shaq, to register 4, please.
And time now to swing it around as we take a look at the upcoming schedule.
This stretch could break their season, but it could also make their season if they step up.
When I was playing, I like these kind of games, to tell you the truth.
Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Cade Cunningham really making a difference here.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
And that will be the biggest adjustment. They have to force the ball out of his hands, but that's a difficult challenge.
So it's Boston now. A 2-point game. The wing pairing, it's White and Brown. Tatum out there with Vucevic, and it's Pritchard in at the 1 spot. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. And for the Pistons, their shooting has been brilliant in this game, 67% from the floor. Herter kicks to Cunningham. Out to Thompson, puts up a 3. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham. Thompson's got himself on the board with 3 there. Boston's gone 5 of 9 when they put up a 3-point shot tonight. You know, Greg, after struggling with injuries to start his NBA career, Cade Cunningham is figuring it out.
And the former number 1 overall pick in 21. Last season, his first All-Star appearance, and he's only getting started.
Cunningham, and Vucevic pulls it down. It's a close game here in Boston. Up top, Brown, guarded by Harris. Brown with the bucket.
And Brown is at his best when he's attacking inside.
Here's Cunningham, and Cunningham with this slam. As we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ballgame.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Break in the action. Let's now view the NBA assist leaders. Fourth, Cade Cunningham.
His passing has been so terrific. You can see his unselfishness really rubbing off on the rest of the team.
Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. And here is Brown. 7 points in the game. Tatum no good.
That's a cold start out of the break. Only one of his first 4 has he gotten to go.
Cunningham against Pritchard. From 15 feet away, and Detroit again with the bucket.
Well, it's certainly been a good night for him, and it is showing on the scoreboard.
Cunningham against Pritchard. Jacks up a 3. Oh, good on that one.
Come on.
This is definitely not how they envisioned starting the second half.
Here's Herter. Harris inside the line. Rebounded by the Celtics. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Vucevic setting the pick for Pritchard. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Pistons leading by 3. Thompson with it, picked up by Brown. It's good on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
And out of bounds, the Pistons will take it. Every so often, Tim, you heard the term defensive anchor. What defines one in the way you look at the game?
Well, I think it's that player that's on the back line, protecting the rim, but also able to see the entire floor. That is where your best communicator often resides.
How did you grade your defensive abilities when you played?
I battled, Kevin. You're going to have to kill me to stop me. That's the way I looked at it.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Thanks, guys. The Pistons are improving on both ends, but particularly on defense. Cade Cunningham said, everybody is stepping up on that end and taking the challenge to guard. We have a good system that allows us all to play our strengths. We're still hungry, though. We're not satisfied at all. Back over to you guys.
More to prove. Okay, Allie, we thank you for the report. And Duran slams it in.
And this is why you involve Duran in as many pick and rolls as you can. He's really good at positioning himself in that set.
Jalen Duran is certainly a force, Tim, in his NBA. He's a nightly double-double.
Well, he looks like a bouncer at a nightclub, but you forget how young this guy is. If he keeps improving like this, Kevin, he has a chance to be one of the premier bigs in this league.
I was going to say the same thing about you, but I'll call you a Greek god as opposed to a bouncer in a bar. How's that?
I much prefer the Greek god description.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Teams changing it up here. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. You look at Detroit. They've got the #1 record in the conference, and because of it, each night out, their competition is going to bring it right at them. And, of course, there's Boston, 5 games behind.
And when you look at Boston, their slow start to this season has brought some of this team's issues to light. And this is a team that I didn't think had any issues to speak of.
Well, some teams do stumble out of the gates, but there's still plenty of time to turn it around. Having said that, fans and the media tend to be a very impatient bunch.
Down low, here's Garza. That shot off the mark. Pistons leading by 6. Pass to Holland. Plenty of space. The rebound by Cato.
Yeah, and that's a shot he'll make 90% of the time. He just couldn't get it to go right there.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Here's Walsh.
Come on.
The Pistons have gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the third. The offensive rebound. Back to Stewart. Pass to Jenkins. Off target from 3-point range. He could go. And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the 4th. Who will carry the day? Pistons ahead, up 6. And we're just moments away from the start of the 4th quarter. Stay with us. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, playing for one another. That's the definition of teamwork.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. 6-point lead. And on the floor for Detroit here in the 4th. We've got Cunningham. Robinson is out there with Holland. Then there's Isaiah Stewart. And it's Jenkins in at the point. Nailed from three-point land.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
We thought this might be the case coming in. Not a lot of defense out there right now.
Here's the screen. And here's Brown outside.
Oh.
Here's Garza. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Well, he just outworked everybody there. Give him credit. He deserved to be rewarded for that effort.
Cunningham drives in. And Robinson wide open. He shoots. Good. And the assist goes to Cunningham. Cunningham's got his 4th assist in this one. Brown deciding where to go with it. Cash money. Brown with the train.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
Cunningham drives in. And Cunningham with the slam.
Well, that's why he's an all-star. When Cunningham gets going, there is no answer defensively.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. Pistons making a change here. Harris has checked in. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Over the break, I listened in on Joe Mazzulla's huddle. He said to them, "You guys look defeated out there. Wake up. This game is far from over, but I need you all to believe that. I need you to fight for one another right now."
Thank you once again, Allie.
And now that's 1-3 in each half. He is trying to make the most of those three-point opportunities.
Count that one.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Celtics trail by 8. It's Brown on the wing. Guarded by Robinson. Takes the 3. And down goes the 3.
Wow, look at the damage this young man is doing from deep. And there's another one.
Well, you would think by now they would have learned their lesson defensively. You have to stay connected to him.
Cunningham looking it over. A putback. Rebounded by Tatum. Boston's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the 4th. Tatum a screen. Cunningham pulls it down.
Well, let's make no mistake about it. If you want to cut into this lead, you're going to have to generate much better shots than that.
Robinson fires. Off target from outside. Celtics trail by 5. Tatum on the wing. Guarded by Harris. Tatum willing it to go.
No stranger to the big moment. What a play there from Tatum.
And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team.
Here we go, fans. Time to make some noise for Boston's own Celtics Entertainment.
different look here for Detroit. Duran, he's checked in for Stewart. Asar Thompson comes in for Holland. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Duncan Robinson. Cunningham inside. He's covered by Pritchard. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. They trail by 3. Brown! Cunningham pulls it down. Pistons have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting at even 50% from the field.
Monster points from Thompson. No fear in the big moment.
A minute 20 left here in the fourth quarter.
Gee, come on.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Wow.
Gives the team such a great element, having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
And you can see how it energizes the entire team.
Brown fires. Misses the 3.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Cunningham against Pritchard. 6 to shoot. Here's Duran.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
And this run should seal this win. What a timely burst.
It's Brown on the wing. He's covered by Thompson. He's off from 3.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
From deep. Outside Harris. Tips it up. Sees him with the putback.
And what's great about Duran's production is it's consistent and he plays to his strengths.